Well, happy Monday once again, everybody. It's Bryan Devore with the Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties, with yet another exciting edition of the Monday Market Moment. And today we're going to, of course, talk about the latest stats. We're also going to talk about the market tracker report that just came out, which with some interesting information I'll share later. And the best week to buy a home is, I'll answer that question in just a couple moments. But first, as always, the totals. Right now we have 3,230 homes for sale in all of San Diego County. That's down 70 from last week. We have 4,135 homes in escrow. That's down 93 from last week. So kind of big drop in both categories. A little bit surprising since last week was Labor Day, and I thought we might see more. Months of inventory is really unchanged, 0.78 months of inventory. And in the last week, we saw 873 homes come on the market. So we did see an increase in the number of homes coming onto the market of 39. Pending 707, that's an increase of 43 from last week. So more homes going into escrow than coming on the market. New pendings listed within the last week, 44. So about 6% of the homes that were listed in the last week are already in escrow. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 337. So almost half of the homes that were listed in the last 2 weeks are already in escrow. New closed sales, 661, and that's not much of a surprise. That is a big increase from the week before. Because of Labor Day, we only had 4 closing days. We had 5 this past week, so 164 increase from last week. New closed sales listed within the last week, 2. So only 2 homes that were listed in the last week have already closed, kind of normal. Prices are up. Median list price, $749. That's up $9,000 from last week. And then the median sales price, $755. That's up $5,000 from last week. Here are the charts that show the median list price versus median sales price. One thing I did notice is the difference between the median list price and the median sales price has shrunk. So if you look back here, back a couple months ago, it was bigger difference. Even so far as about a month ago, bigger difference. But now, not as much of a difference between median list, median sales price. And then the new actives, new pendings, and new solds. We did see a decrease in new actives over the last few weeks for sure. And pendings have gone up a little bit, and a lot more closings last week than the week before, as we discussed. All right, now the market tracker report, which is a report put out by Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. This is for single family detached homes and new listings in the month of August. This year versus last year, a drop of almost 30%. Sold listings, a drop of 34%. We're not selling as many as we did last year because there's fewer homes to buy, but prices are up about 13%. Median list price, 15% median sold price. And then median days on market is down. Again, these numbers are pretty much in line with what we saw in the HomeDex report as well. So you can kind of see all those stats. I'm happy to send you this complete report. If you want to send me a message, I'd be happy to provide it for you. You also have the year-to-date numbers, down for new listings, down for sold, up for prices, etc. One thing I like about this report, which I talk about each month, is what homes are on the market and what price categories are for sale. The biggest one is always that 500 to 749, but that has come down a little bit. The next biggest had been the over 1.5 million, but now it's the 750 to 999. Why is that? I think we're robbing Peter to pay Paul. I think the homes that were in this category, because prices have gone up, are now in this category. And we're seeing a little bit more in this 1 to 1.5 million category as well. Not a whole lot of homes, 400 to 499. Again, these are single family detached, so you don't expect that to be that way anyway, and really nothing below that. But it's good to see what is on the market. All right. So what is the best time to buy a home? According to an article that was put out by Realtor.com, and it's in the Constant Contact email, you can click on that button. You can see all the information for yourself, is the week of October 3 through 9 nationally. So it's coming up in just a couple weeks. The best time to buy a home. Why is that? Well, you can look at the article, but it talks about the balance of supply and demand. So take a look at that article for more information. But if you are in a bigger city, a more metropolitan city, the week is the 12th through the 18th. in the major markets. So we just passed it. So if you have a time machine and you're in one of the big cities, hop in the time machine, you can go back. Maybe you can buy a home in the best week to buy for those areas. But if not, then you have your week coming up. Also, the hidden costs many first-time home buyers have never heard of. Another article that I put in the Constant Contact email. These are two things that stood out to me. Another article put out by a study from Realtor.com. 44% of the people that they surveyed who recently bought a home were not aware of things like title fees, home insurance, and property taxes. I can sort of understand the title fees, not so much the home insurance, and I really don't understand how people are buying homes without understanding they have to pay property taxes, because that's a hefty amount of money every single year. Almost half the people weren't aware of this stuff. But what really surprised me, 11% didn't factor in moving expenses. So people were going to buy a home and over 10% of them didn't realize they actually had to pay to move. You can't just buy pizza and a beer for your friends anymore. Moving expenses are there. So great article. Take a look at that. See some of the other information. In the Constant Contact email, there's other articles as well. So take a look at that. Also, we have homes for sale that you might be interested in, or pass them along to someone who might be. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. I appreciate, as always, you watching and learning what's happening in the world of real estate in San Diego County. I look forward to seeing you next Monday, the next Monday Market Moment. Have a great day.